how I call illnesses in our community and our society, our culture. Oftentimes, we are attached to a lot of different pains. And a lot of these different pains are caused by things that happen in our life. And we tend to not get over them. We tend to attach to the pain. We hold on to the pain oftentimes. And holding on to the pain, we need something to relieve us from the pain. But instead of releasing ourselves from the pain, from that bondage, we attach to something else. And most of the time it's food. Most of the time we attach to food as the pain. And it's harmful. And it's not helpful. We have to become more aware of our pain. We can't push it to the side and ignore it and be distracted by it. We have to face the pain. Because once we face the pain, we can change our life and change our thinking on a lot of different things. But when we're attached to the pain, we can't see past the pain. So that pain creates an addiction or creates something that goes off in our brains that releases the pain. It's a painkiller. You know what I mean? Like food is a painkiller that we suffer and we smother ourselves with it without even knowing it. It's harming us more than it's hurting us. And we got to understand that. We got to understand that there are a lot of different foods out there, but we cater to a certain types of food, right? We have this culture of food without experiencing different things that can be much more fulfilling, have much more positive effects on us, but we stay in this little belief system, this little cage oftentimes. And we stay in this food cage of just eating certain foods and not trying something different. Like there's so many different foods out there, and it doesn't have to be unhealthy or it doesn't have to be good. There are cultures that doesn't eat often meat. Like most of their foods is not cooked with meat. Chinese food, they don't eat a lot of meat. They have the fried chicken wings and things like that, but they eat more pastas and noodles and things. You think about Indian people eat more beans and rice and things like that. Spicy foods. Africans eat a lot of beans, wheats and things like that. We're the culture that eats a lot of meat. I'm not saying they don't use meat, but we got to understand where we're at. And in America, we are dying at a fast rate when it comes to disease and illness. And it's because the foods that we consume often. Like, what else could it be? Like, sit back and think about it. What else could it be that's killing us off at a fast rate with diseases? It can't be something that's just in the air because everybody be dead by now. It got to be the things that we're consuming on a daily basis. What we're putting in our body. And we're not recognizing that these foods is destroying us. They're breaking our body down little by little, but we're so in love with it because it tastes good, it smells good, it looks good. You know what I mean? We're attracted to it. But it's not helping us. We're creating a bad attachment to something that is not even healthy for us. We have favorite foods. Like, what is a favorite food? It's a food that I want all the time. You don't need to attach to food like that. And it's not even healthy. It's not even something healthy. It's something that mixed with a whole lot of fat, a whole lot of sugar, and different things like that. And we're not understanding the effects that sugar have on us. We're not under the effects that cheese have on us. We're not understanding the effects that meat have on us. We're not understanding these different effects that these things are having on us. Why? Because we don't want to give them up. We're so addicted to it that we don't want to give them up, knowing that it's hurting us, harming us. Even if I have a disease, even if I'm sick, I still want to eat meat, but I take medicine to lessen the symptoms. But instead of doing something different and changing my whole lifestyle around this food that I'm eating all the time that can heal me and give me longevity and give me long life, I'd rather stay on that. I don't understand it. I don't understand the thought process of that. We know that it's not good for us. We know that it has harmed so many people in our community. We know relatives and family members who have died from it, but we stay attached to it. And it's an emotional attachment. It's because we're afraid of certain things because we haven't got away from the pain. We're afraid to let go of these things. We have the opportunity to let go. Be free from these things. It's not going to hurt you to let go of the pain. Because when you let go of the pain, you understand the emotional eating part to it. Because now I can look at it and see, okay, should I keep doing this or should I not? Should I keep eating this or should I not? But we oftentimes want to keep eating it. We want to keep consuming it because it tastes good. We like it. We enjoy it. But knowing that it's not good for us, like, I don't get it. It's like understanding certain diseases. For instance, like understanding diabetes, right? And understanding diabetes is basically consuming fats, saturated fats at that. It's consuming these different fats from butters to oils that we cook and fry in. Think about oil, right? Think about oil or butter, right? Oil, back in the days, right? And I know all black families had this. They had that can where they just pour all the oil in it, right? And either Big Mama either left it on stove, Grandma left it on stove, or she put it in the refrigerator. But when she put it in the refrigerator, what happened to it? It turned into a solid, right? And that grease turned into a solid. But if it stayed out, it turned into a liquid, so it flows easily. But you got to think about putting that in your body often, all the time, on a constant basis, every day. How is it clogging up your arteries? How is it not letting certain insulins or certain things flow through? It ain't letting the nutrients flow through because it's blocked off. And now that it's blocked off, it can't circulate correctly. And then we wonder why we're dying at a fast rate because we're clogging up our arteries without even knowing it. We're not understanding the effects it have behind it. Like, think about the grease, and it's hard. Anything that's hard and clogged. Think about your pipes. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to flow through. So we have to start understanding the effects that these fats have on us. Like, these fats have